welcome to my Animal School.
Make sure you subscribe and click that bell so you never miss an episode. This week we meet His Majesty the King Snake. We trick a sheep into having his bum washed. Meet not one but two new volunteers. I plant my peas out in the garden and we review some more of your artwork. But first, I hear there's a new king.
This handsome chap is Mimic the milk snake, and he is a type of king snake. I thought it would be appropriate after coronation to have a king snake because we now have a king.
But why is he so brightly coloured?
Milk snakes copy the colour of the deadly coral snake.
Unlike the coral snake, the milk snake is non-venomous and uses something called mimicry to survive.
Mimicry is when you pretend to be something you're not by either copying its sound or its colours or sometimes its movement or behaviour. The coral snake's colorations go red, yellow, black, whereas the milk snakes will always go red, black, yellow. There's a rhyme that was made up by settlers in the 1700s. If red touches black, venom lack. Whereas if red touches yellow, kill a fellow. That's like your fellow human being. It's old-fashioned language, like, he's a jolly good fellow.
Anyway, time to meet someone else who loves snakes.
My name's Nate. I've recently started volunteering a bit at Animal School, and personally, reptiles have always been my favorite. What I like about Animal School is just the ability to be in a place where you can find animals of all sorts, and they all just blend into just this beautiful ecosystem that you can just come and see, and it's just great. I've held many snakes in the past. I will say that Mimic is easily one of the nicest and most gentle, but also very excited to try and explore all places that he can get to.
Do you know why they're called king snakes?
I do not, actually.
Let's find out. Both Mimic the milk snake and the coral snake are members of the king snake family.
King snakes are so called because they are of a family of snakes that will actually eat other snakes if they encounter them. Most snakes eat mammals, small mammals like mice, but the king snake isn't fussy. He will eat frogs, eggs, and indeed other snakes, earning him the title king snake.
Now to meet another volunteer.
I'm Tam. I'm a volunteer here at Animal School, and I'm just about to feed the ravens. I enjoy working at the Animal School because I just love the animals. They're all so different. They're all such wonderful personalities, and we get to know them so well. They're our friends. I think they're just wonderful. They're people. They're part of the natural world.
But it's not all fun and games, as you will see with today's sheep story. I've been receiving a lot of messages about just how cute we think Tex is. Lots of people are saying, oh, I want a pet sheep to take home. But as cute as he is, I have to give you a little bit more on the reality of sheep keeping.
With all the fresh grass we now have because it's spring, it means my sheep has got a mucky bottom. This means I have to engage in the least pleasant activity we have, washing a sheep's bottom. My assistant Tam is just getting the equipment.
I am indeed. Lots of clean water. Here I am. I've got the materials. We've got some detergent. We've got some scissors. We've got some scrapey things to get the mud off, because it's mostly compacted mud and so on and poo. And we've got that, which is the magic ingredient, which should deter the flies after we've cleaned it all.
I've tied this piece of string here so that we can trick Boy into putting his head through it, and then he will be unable to escape us while we clean him up.
And using food to lure him, I separate him from the other sheep and take him to the place where the string is. And now I put Boy's head securely through the loop of baler twine. I inspect the bottom.
Oh, it's rank.
I'll take you through this bit a little bit quickly because it's not really that pleasant. But I clean him up and fly spray attached, I let him back in the field.
Say goodbye to the camera. Oh, he did quite well.
And Boy quickly forgot his ordeal by lying in the sun and drying off his now clean bottom. And watching them lying there, I can see why you'd want one as a pet. But really, could you handle the poo? To forget the incident, I decide to work in the garden and let the herd be. The beans I planted last week have started to take over the kitchen, and it's time that I planted them out in the garden where they can be free.
I'm going to plant these out so they can continue to grow for the rest of the summer and hopefully get me some runner beans.
I'll eat those.
The first thing that my beans are going to need is something to grow up against. So I've got these bamboo canes. I'm going to put 4 of them in together and then I'm going to tie them together.
It's a peaceful, albeit windy day, and what could possibly go wrong while I enjoy the ambience of the garden and its magical ways.
So I'm going to take my bean out like this, careful not to damage its spine.
And I dig each plant next to the bean cane so that the thin stems can grow up against it, and I tie them with string.
I've made a triangle for the beans to grow up and we'll see how they grow throughout the season.
Thank you for all your messages this week. I've been told to tell you specially that Tilly is Badger's favourite. And here's some more of your artwork.
Hi! So we're just preparing for Pet Club at the moment, but we have a couple pictures to show you.
We have this lovely one by Eloise of our little rug here with a little annotation of kind of looks like a hedgehog, which I couldn't be the wiser here.
She does look like a hedgehog, to be fair.
Yeah.
And here we also have a picture of a rabbit called Clover by Jessica. Lovely shading on it. Keep sending on all your pictures. We'll have more to talk about next week, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
And that's it for Lindsay's Animal School this week. Join us next week when we'll look at guinea pigs. That's why you shouldn't stick your nose in other people's buckets.